We are now recording.
Excellent. Welcome to Launch Virtual Academy Back to School and Title I meeting. This is our first, well, technically it is our second because we had this meeting earlier today. This is our second live online meeting to welcome all our students and their parents to the new school year. The purpose of this meeting is to share with you changes that we're going through as we start this new school year and to address any questions and concerns that you may have. Either you are returning student and parent or you are new to the Launch Academy family. So before we start, let's go with introductions. Let me start by asking Ms. Quinn, uh, please introduce yourself. Who are you and what you do at Launch?
Hello, everyone, and good evening. We are so happy to have you with us today. It's been a great afternoon with our families and now a great evening. Thank you for coming. My name is Courtney Quinn. I'm the assistant principal here at Launch Virtual Academy. I've been in the Sweetwater Union High School District for 18 years now. This is starting my third year here at Launch. I'm so happy to be here to serve your students and your families, and I'm so excited to speak with you all this evening and introduce you to our wonderful staff here at Launch. Dr. Ulloa?
Thank you, Ms. Quinn. And now it is time to introduce the newest administrator of our team. This is Mr. Kobian. Mr. Kobian, welcome to Launch Virtual Academy. Who are you, where are you coming from, and what are you going to do here at Launch?
Thank you. Welcome, everyone, and good evening. My name is Mr. David Kobian. Prior to this, I was a teacher for 21 years. I taught CT engineering and math, and at Launch Academy, I am the ASB advisor, and I'm looking forward to providing opportunities for our students to engage our students and provide them a form of inclusion and a safe place where we can create, make, and communicate with the school, and hopefully provide more of an inclusion and school that's kind of comparable to a comprehensive high school.
Thank you, Mr. Kobian. Now, Ms. Araki, who are you and what do you do at Launch?
Hello, welcome, good evening to our parents that are returning to us and also our parents and students that are new to here at Launch Virtual Academy. My name is Christina Rocky. I am one of two counselors that are here to serve you. And I have been in the district as a counselor for about 18 years. And before that, I was a counselor in city schools. I am happy to say I'm a product of this district. I graduated from Chula Vista High School. I'm always happy to represent coming back and serving our students.
Excellent. Thank you, Ms. Araki. And I saw Ms. Saiki. Ms. Saiki had her camera on a few minutes ago. Let me see if we can get Ms. Saiki. As she's turning her camera back on, let me jump to Ms. Petty, and then we're going to get back to Ms. Saiki. Who are you, Ms. Petty, and what do you do at Launch?
Hello, everyone. My name is Catherine Petty. I am a teacher at Launch Virtual Academy. I teach English and PE, but I'm also the attendance coordinator here. So I'm looking forward to working with everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Petty. Now let me jump to Ms. Conchas. Ms. Conchas, thank you for being here with us this afternoon. Who are you and what do you do at Launch?
Good evening, everyone. I am happy to say that this year I am the Space Hub teacher, or the teacher managing the Space Hub. For families who were here with us last year, this was the program formerly known as our hybrid program, and we'll be talking later on tonight about what Space Hub is.
Excellent, thank you. And I can see Ms. Saiki is back. Ms. Saiki, who are you and what do you do at Launch?
Hi, good evening, everyone. I apologize. I'm having technical difficulties over here. My name is Yumi Saiki. I am the second half of the counseling team here at Launch Virtual Academy. I also serve as the scholarship counselor for the school. So happy to be here.
Thank you, Ms. Saiki. Now let's go over what's going on at this time. We are recording this part of the meeting. The first 15-20 minutes. Well, I think we're going to do this in 15 minutes. Will be recorded with announcements and information, and then we're going to stop the recording to engage live with the parents and students that are giving us their time to be here with us this afternoon. These are the topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the new attendance protocols during live sessions. We're going to talk about academic coaching, some of the changes that we're going through. We will talk about Space Hub. We have a teacher in charge of Space Hub, so that's an interesting concept, and I think you're going to like this. It's pretty interesting. we're going to do a review of the counseling services that we provide. We will have a conversation about ASB. There's a lot of things coming up from the ASB. Then Ms. Quinn is going to cover information about Title I and why it is important for you to be informed and to be aware of how you can participate. Then we're going to answer any questions that you may have about this year in comparison with previous years, and what are you looking forward to this coming year. So with that, let's go and cover our first topic of this afternoon. Ms. Petty, I think this is you. Attendance.
Yes, this is me again. I am Catherine Petty. I am a teacher, but I'm also the attendance coordinator here at Launch Virtual Academy. And so I'm just going to review this slide. Attendance at launch is counted based on student satisfactory course progress, and you earn that satisfactory course progress by completing and submitting work. And so it does say that word attempted. That's really important. A student does not have to get a perfect.
I think Miss Petty's having a little bit of a problem with her connection right there. So maybe till her connection gets better, I can go ahead and yes, thank you, Jolie. It looks like our connection was bad. Miss Petty, is your connection working better now or not so much? You want to try to unmute one more time?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
do
can.
Do this, Miss Petty. Turn off your camera so we can hear you better.
How about that? Is that better?
We're
Yes.
good.
Okay, so satisfactory course progress is student work that is completed and or attempted. So the student does not have to get 100% or a perfect score on assignment to earn attendance credit. They just need to attempt the assignment. And then the other way a student will earn digital any interaction with the teacher. That could be in a Teams chat. It could be during the live session. It could be an email, any communication with the teacher. It could be the office hours, one-on-one meetings. But something that is new for us at Launch is that students need to attend our live sessions. But the good thing with us here at Launch is that we are flexible and we do want to work with our students. And so we do understand that if a student has a dentist appointment, a doctor's appointment, something else that is at the same time as a live session, we are different than a regular comprehensive school. You will not call the school and excuse the student's absence through the school. You need to communicate with the teacher during that live session. So if you have a dentist appointment, you can schedule an office hours with the teacher for a different time during that live session. You could do that the day before, the day after. It doesn't have to be for the full amount of time of the live session. So you could just schedule a one-on-one office hours with the teacher just to check in with the teacher, make sure that you understand the assignments and that you do not need any help with the assignments. So if you do have something that comes up that is going to interfere with attending the live session, communicate with the teacher of that class and schedule a one-on-one to be able to make up that session.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Petty. I know this is something new and different from previous years, but still, we continue with the most important service that we provide to our families, flexibility. So it is a requirement, but we are flexible in a way to satisfy that requirement by the state. Now, let's talk about academic coaching and what are some of those changes that we're experiencing?
When it comes to academic coaching, this is one of my favorite parts to talk about. What is an academic coach? In any of the informational meetings that our families come to, the very first thing we talk about is how each student is assigned an academic coach, and academic coaches have no more than 25 students they're in charge of. This is a teacher here with us at Launch who is in charge of a small group of students. This is their go-to person. This is the first person they build a relationship with. It may be a teacher that they have quarter one. It may be a different teacher, but that's okay. They'll get to know them. So something that changed is that our students, and this changed midway last year, now meet with their academic coach and they check in virtually on Tuesdays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Now, this doesn't mean that they might be in the meeting for that entire hour. It just means that this is a time that they can check in with their academic coach for support. If they're not doing well, this is a person that really can help them get on the right track. This is a person that can help facilitate conversation between the student and their teachers or maybe their parent. But this is also a person that even if they're doing well, it's good to check in with them just in case there's something you may need. Or this academic coach is able to go ahead and to share information about fun things happening at launch. For example, we had a field trip today. It was very quick. It was a little bit last minute because we had just heard about it, but we were able to get it together and bring 9 students with us. So checking in with the academic coach really is a way to get information. But here's the difference. Last year, with the academic coaching session, there was no grade assigned to it. This year, there will be a citizenship grade assigned. So during the progress reports and during the final grade, a citizenship grade will be given. And this is participating in that academic coaching period.
And a great question that was asked earlier today was, is that grade affecting the GPA of the student? What would you say, Ms. Araki?
So this is going to be a grade that will be assigned as a semester grade in the fall and in the spring. So it will be reflected on the student's transcript, but it will not affect their academic GPA or credits. It will be reflected though on the citizenship.
Thank you. And I'm going to ask Ms. Aiki the same question that one of the parents asked. If this grade is not going to affect the GPA of the student, why are we doing this? Why are we asking our students to check in? Either okay, they don't need anything from their academic coach. Why are we doing this?
Well, as Ms. Quinn said, the academic coach is an integral part of the experience here at Launch, and making sure that students, even our students who are very independent and very successful, maintain that connection with someone here who knows what their situation and what their plans are, and maintaining that connection will help our students be even more successful.
Thank you, Ms. Aiki. And that is one of the changes that we're implementing. We want to make sure that every single student creates a connection with his or her academic coach. This is the first point of contact, first point of service for any needs, not just academic or technical needs, but also social and emotional needs. And we believe that through the academic coach, that can happen. So let me jump to the next news that we want to share with you. Space Hub. What is a Space Hub?
Hello, everyone. So I'll go ahead and introduce what Space Hub is. So first of all, I want to reintroduce myself. My name is Ms. Tania Conchas, and I am the teacher that is managing the Space Hub. Now, a lot of aspects of Launch Virtual Academy are indeed virtual, but this is one of the aspects that is not virtual. So the Space Hub is an in-person support that we are offering to our students. We offer, as you can see from the little flyer we have here on the slide, hopefully that's not too small. This is in-person tutoring for all subjects. Here at the Space Hub, it's a classroom where all students are welcome to come in, receive that in-person tutoring support, and essentially it's a study space for our students. Now, here on the slide, you'll see that we are beginning our Space Hub starting tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the first day, but it's offered every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. From 9 a.m. to 12:30 at our school's administrative offices, and you'll see our address there. And snack and lunch will be provided daily for your students. So in case you're a little worried if they'll have that that meal there, yes, we do offer snack and lunches. Ooh, there you go. Yes. Okay. And so the main so that is what our Space Hub is. And I believe I covered when and where when and where our Space Hub is taking place. Now for the who, I did say that all students are welcome to go. Now, what we saw is that when we started, as I mentioned at the start of this presentation, the Space Hub used to be called our hybrid program. That's what we were calling it last year, but we've rebranded. It's known as our Space Hub now. It is open to all students. In the beginning, I want to say that, you know, some students maybe came voluntarily. Some students came because they wanted to come. Other students, maybe they got that motivation from their parents to come, because I do I believe that that this Space Hub, this in-person tutoring, is a great space for students who maybe since we have a lot of parents here on the meeting tonight, if you see that maybe your student is struggling a little bit, I believe that, you know, maybe you don't have to come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday each day. Maybe you can send your student one day, but just having that in-person tutoring, immediate support right there is just useful for students. We've had students come in, be completely lost. As you've probably seen, if we have new families here, the onboarding can be overwhelming. We have a lot of platforms, we have a lot of programs, and just maybe getting that refresher from a tutor or from us teachers there is very useful. So sometimes we've had students come in, be completely lost, and then just be masters by the end of the day. So I do recommend that if you do notice that maybe your student is a little bit lost, maybe feeling like they have questions, they just would like that in-person help, the Space Hub is the place to go. So again, those are our times: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9 a.m. to 12:30. And apart, you know, I do want to mention that apart from, yes, this is in-person tutoring, academic support for our students, seeing the hybrid program, what it was last year, hybrid, or what the Space Hub is now, also became a safe space for some students, or in a place for students to come in and make these real connections with other students, other peers. So some of them maybe just came in like, okay, I'm just going to come here and get some homework done. But by the end of it, they were coming, you know, more often or almost every day, because they wanted to come see their friend, some new friend they made there, or just to see the teachers or the staff. So this is a place where students can come make those in-person connections as well. Now, I don't know if, yes.
Excellent.
And
Go
Dr.
ahead, Ms.
Ulloa,
Quinn.
I said I was going to add, and I see we have a couple of questions, and we'll take those after our recording is completed. So if you want to go ahead and hold on to those. A few questions that I know parents had asked about the Space Hub during our last meeting. It does start at 9 a.m. We'll have someone at the gate with the door open, welcoming in your student. If for some reason something happens in the morning and your student ends up coming at maybe 10 o'clock instead of 9, they'll go ahead and there's a number on that front gate. They can call our main office and we'll have someone come and let them in. So there's a flexibility there, but I do recommend, and this is an optional thing that we provide. This is not something that's required. While at Space Hub, they'll be in their live sessions. We have headphones provided. We have working spaces where they can work individually by themselves or collectively in a group. It is a smaller space. It is looking way different than last year's hybrid. So I think our students that are returning will be quite surprised with how nicely the Space Hub has evolved and changed and how welcoming it is. But it really is a great optional opportunity, especially if students are struggling. If they notice, parents, if you see it and they need a little bit of a restart, and if they come and they like it and want to come all the time, we're happy to have them.
Excellent, thank you. And yes, if you are just joining this session, we are recording this announcements. Once we're done with the announcements and the recording, we're going to engage in answering all the questions that you have. Let me jump to the next topic of our conversation today, and that's about all the additional extra tutoring that we offer. And it looks like we're hiring vampires as tutors, right, Ms. Quinn?
Well, our students like to work into the later hours of the evening. So we offer online tutoring Monday through Thursday. It is online. In fact, I'm monitoring it right now on my phone. I can see our students in there getting support from our tutors. I recommend checking the Skyrocket newsletter for tutoring times and the virtual links. With the virtual links, students will be put into a waiting room for the tutors to let them in. They will let them in quickly, but that is for safety purposes. With our tutoring, we run normally 4 or 5 o'clock, depending on the day, all the way until 9 p.m. in the evening. So that's great. We normally have anywhere from 2 to 4 tutors working. They can help with English, science, history, and math. So all the core subjects. And our tutors are fantastic. They come from Southwestern College, San Diego State, UCSD. One of our tutors is actually a former student. She graduated a couple of years ago with Launch when we were just starting, but she really wants to give back to her school community, so we're thankful for her. But check out that Skyrocket newsletter. It's on our website, it's on our app, and it's sent out every Monday to both parents and students, and all the links are there for the tutoring.
Thank you, Ms. Quinn. And let's talk about, let's get a refresher on all the different counseling services that our students have access to. And we have, for those purposes, Ms. Araki and Ms. Aiki.
Thank you so much. I was looking at the Skyrocket newsletter. I was going to put it in the chat, so I'll do it after this. Well, good evening again. My name is Christy Araki. I am one of 2 counselors here at Launch. I have students with the last names beginning with A through Lopez and the first name of J. I'm really happy to see many students returning that I've been working with for the past 2 years, and also our new students. I want you to know, for our counseling team, we are here to help and support our students when it comes to socio-emotional concerns or referrals or connections to services, college and career. We do host college application workshops, anything relating to academic, of course, regarding your schedule. Credits are needed to graduate, credit recovery that you might need. Just like at a comprehensive site, we are here to support. We do want every family and student to know that while we are a virtual school, we are here to meet with you, not only virtually, but also in person, also by email, phone call, any of those ways, whatever is going to work best for you, we will work something out. We do have our Calendly link listed, which you can make appointments with us and choose which option is the best for you. If something doesn't work in that date or time, please message us and we will work something out. But I'm really excited that you are here to join us this year. And now, Ms. Psyche.
Hello again, everyone. My name is Yumi Saiki, and I'm proud to be the other half of the Launch Academy counseling team. I have students with the last name Lopez, first name beginning with the letter K, all the way through the end of the alphabet. And as Ms. Araki said, I really want to reiterate, we really strive to meet our students and families where they're at and help them support their goals, whatever those goals may be. In addition, I serve as a scholarship counselor for the entire school. I maintain a live scholarship bulletin that includes scholarships for students at all levels. There are scholarships for middle school students. I know that was something that was asked earlier. Yes, you can start applying as early as 7th grade. And high school students, there's scholarships for students who are university bound and students who are exploring vocational schools and community colleges. So I really want to encourage any students who are here and the families who are here to start looking. The rule with scholarships is apply early and apply often. The scholarship bulletin can be found in Launch Connect, along with other counseling resources that are updated regularly. And I look forward to working with all of you and supporting your students.
You are on mute, Dr. Yoa.
Thank you, Mr. Araki. I'm talking like people can hear me. Yes, I'm used to the office because I have a mic in front of me. I don't have to be turning on and off this headset. So here we are. This is the topic that I was really waiting for because we are very happy and very excited that we have a new team member joining our team, and I know he's doing great planning and preparation for many events and programs that will engage our entire educational community, mainly students. So, Mr. Kobian, from the Associated Student Body, what can you share about our student recognition projects?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Thank you for welcoming me here into this event, this school, the Launch Virtual Academy. I'm excited about student recognition. It's not only just an academic approach. I know we are going to do our best to recognize our students that meet a certain GPA, and we're going to call it the Principal's Honor Roll. And that GPA is from 3.8 to 4.0. And then from 3.5 to 3.79, we're going to recognize those are the honor roll list. And I think that's important. But sometimes some students just don't meet that academic standard, and that's okay. They still have and possess leadership qualities. So leadership comes in different shapes and forms, one of them academically, intellectually, or socially. I want to recognize those students too. Maybe there's someone out there that's helping out the community by volunteering. Maybe school's not their strength, and that's fine, that's okay. They still need to be acknowledged and recognized. I think that's vital and important, and we can all learn from those type of students, and as well as those that are academically inclined. So I'm really looking forward to look for these students, put them on the spotlight. Today, we had a great opportunity to meet some of our students that went to this field trip, and they were recognized, and some of them were offered scholarships, and that was already a good step forward in starting off the school year. So with that being said, I want to make sure that I asked our students and my ASB students, our job is to go out there, not only look for students that are doing good things out in the community, I also ask the students, look for your teachers that are doing good things in the community, because they're just as important, not only teachers, but the staff members. So be careful, teachers and staff members. Our students are going to be looking for you also. And that's important. We're all going to get back to each other. It's all part of this inclusion effort, and we're all in this together.
Excellent, Mr. Kobian. So that's great information about student recognition. I know some of our parents have asked in the past if we're going to mail certificates, or we're going to do assemblies to recognize the students, or if we're going to do online events. So I know you have great plans and projects that you're working on. But another thing, I want to call this another possibility that all Launch Academy students have is that they can participate. Yes, they can participate in athletics. But let me clarify something before Mr. Kobian takes over. We are your home school, but you're still connected. If you live within the boundaries of Sweetwater, you're connected to your residency school. So through that connection, here's the magic. So what is this, Mr. Kobian?
Thank you for sharing that. I just put on the chat right now. I put two important links. Today I spoke to one athletic director at one of the school sites, just to confirm our participation, Launch Academy, into his site where he's athletic director. He's like, yes, you're more than welcome. There's a couple things we need to do. Make sure your student registers to, I put the link there. It's register my athlete. And then between myself and the athletic director, we're going to confirm the student's academic standing. And that's something we're going to work with. He has no problem. His doors are wide open for us to go and participate. And the reason why I called him is because I want to know about the different tryouts and the time frames and so forth. We do share space. What I mean is one school site, but a coach may host a tryouts earlier in the day or in the afternoon. That's something that we need to do, is communicate with each site. So on this link, there's a Google spreadsheet where you can contact the athletic director, phone number, or email for each site. So students are able and can participate in sports. Now, right now we are in fall sports. We do follow the CIS San Diego schedule. So the sports for this fall, they start with football, field hockey, boys water polo, boys and girls cross country, girls golf, girls tennis, and girls volleyball. The schedules may be different as far as tryouts, but please feel free to contact me, or you can click on that link and contact the athletic director for each site, and they'll be more than happy to assist you and help you. And today I confirmed that with one of the directors, and I was really excited to hear that they're here to support us. So that builds a network support system.
And let's clarify that you can participate with your residency school, which means is that if you live in the boundaries of Hilltop High, you can participate in Hilltop High athletics programs, but you cannot participate in, let's say, Olympian or Mar Vista. So you can participate in the residential of the school of your residency. And that is important to be reminded of because sometimes our parents and our students forget that this is something that you have access to. Thank you, Mr. Kovian, for leading the charge when it comes down to athletics for Launch Virtual Academy students. But there's more.
A lot more.
There's more.
There's plenty of more. Let's talk about involvement. It's important to be involved. I know we have that Space Hub. That's a great start to get the students on campus. What are other ways? Well, we also have clubs. I know last year we had a 3D club, yearbook club. I'm new to Launch Virtual Academy, so I'm looking at my notes. And I think we had I think I said yearbook club, but someone mentioned something about culinary arts. So I'm open as long as students have ideas. I'll be more than happy to send them the charter. So as long as they can find an advisor and get some key players as part of the club, which are the president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary, and other members, I'll be more than happy to help them build this club and make these clubs so that way they can be part of building and making what Launch Virtual Academy is. It's a school for all students. And if your students have an idea and they want to start this club that will get them together to participate, then by all means. So that's what we're doing right now. And so far, we have the crochet club that's up and going, and they're filling out all their documentation and putting everything in order, and they're going to start hosting their elections. So that's a great start.
Excellent. Well, let me ask you this question since you're here, and I know this has been recorded and there's probably questions coming your way, but let's say I'm one of Launch Academy students. I'm really interested in archery. Can we start a club, an archery club?
You know what? To answer that question, I will contact people that know about archery. I don't know all the answers, and I'll see what it takes to start that club. And I'm going to say yes.
What about pickleball?
Yes.
What about pickleball? Can we start a club?
That's given. I already went online to check out if there's any programs out there where we donate money and write a grant and all that. So that's due August 31st. So I have 1 month to fill out that grant. So yes, I'll make sure I do all the proper research to make sure everything is lined up and to make sure that we comply and provide those opportunities for students. Absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Kovian. And as you can hear, the purpose of creating a club is to satisfy the students' curiosity aside from athletics. So we can do many different things that we're not doing inside the academics. So this is a great opportunity, and it's not what we want, is what you and the students are curious about, and we can support that curiosity by creating clubs through the ASB. Thank you, Mr. Kovian.
I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, we have robotics too. I forgot that part.
Yes, robotics is an integral part of our school. Don't forget about that. So let me jump to the next topic of the conversation. And this is about Title I. What is Title I? What is it for, and why we all need to know about this, Ms. Quinn?
Dr. Ulloa, I'll make sure I go through this information quickly for our families so we can get to our questions. But I do want to let our families know that we are considered a Title I school. What is the purpose of Title I? This is funds that our school receives. It's to improve education for school-wide programs in all of our subjects. It's to provide students a well-rounded education as defined by the school's plan, and we'll talk a little bit more about what that plan is in a moment, and to support advanced learning opportunities, especially for our struggling students. Title I funds are given to schools who have a specific economic population. With that, these funds are used because we are fully Title I, our whole school, we're able to use those funds for all students and parents, no matter what their socioeconomic situation may be. With Title I, parents need to understand their rights, what the parent involvement plan and the school parent compact is, and Title I funds. If you want to go to that next slide. This is just a very quick overview of what we're going to talk about. But as we get into more of our parent meetings, we'll continue to talk about Title I, and there'll be information about our school site council, which votes on our Title I funds that parents can either become a part of or they can come to as visitors. So parents do need to know, because we are a Title I school, that all of the teachers here have the correct qualifications. What does this mean? Since Launch Virtual Academy is a course-based independent study program, if your student is taking an English class, that teacher is credentialed to teach English. If they're taking a math class, that teacher is credentialed in the correct not only just math, but correct level of math. And something I find amazing about being here at Launch is that so many of our teachers have multiple credentials. So we have teachers who can do both math and science. Maybe they can do all kinds of science, biology, chemistry, physics. I mean, it's amazing if you can teach all three of those things. And we have multiple teachers who can do that. So really, it's important for our families to know that the teachers here have the correct credentials to teach their students, as well as any of the paraprofessionals that meet with our students, IAs, have the correct qualifications. On to the next slide, Dr. Ulloa. Because we are a Title I school, we have to have two things. One is called a parent involvement plan. This plan describes how the school will involve parents, as well as a school parent compact. This is a written agreement that outlines how the parents, the staff, and the students will share responsibility for improved student academic achievement. Last year was our first year as being a real, not just school, but also having Title I funds. So we created with our families, both the parent involvement plan and the school parent compact. This year, through our school site council and through various surveys that will be sent out to our families, we will be re-looking at both of these plans and we'll be making them even better. This will really help your student to achieve high standards here at Launch. We want to let you know that we have two types of Title I funds. One is just the general Title I funds, and then two is the parent involvement funds. These are funds to be spent on parents. In total right now, we're sitting on about $83,171. Most of that fund is in the general Title I fund. For parent involvement, I think it's about $1,500. What can these funds be used for? These are all funds to be used to better support our students. A large majority of our funds, and if you've been here with us before, actually go to our credit completion. These are programs that we have that run during the fall, the winter, and the spring to help our students, especially those who might be behind in their credits or maybe get behind in a quarter and need additional help. But who helps with how we spend these funds? Dr. Ulloa, myself, the rest of the team, we can't just spend this money. We actually have to have it voted in. And so we have a group of parents, teachers, and students, that's my favorite part, who are in our school site council, our SSC, and they vote on how our funds are spent. We had a wonderful SSC last year, and we're looking forward to a great group this year. I think that takes us into the next slide, Dr. Ulloa. So we have some school leadership groups that will be coming up. The very first is our school site council. In next week's Skyrocket newsletter, all of the information on how you can sign up to be a part of some of these leadership groups will be available for you. The school site council is an advisory team to Dr. Ulloa and also helps in the voting of our Title I funds. Some other committees we have is our district parent advisory committee that any parent can be on to advise our district. We have our English language advisory committee. That's our ELAC, which is here. It's made up of our EL parents, our English parents who have students who are English learners, as well as other parents as well. Some of our maybe reclassified parents, but really all parents are invited to join. And then we have a district English language parent advisory committee, or our DLAC. One of the nicest things is last year, our state and federal department had a beautiful awards night where many of our parents who served in a lot of these different committees and our students were recognized for their hard work, not only to our school, but to our district. I know this information came out very quickly, but please check the Skyrocket newsletter. Next week, it'll come out on Monday morning, and there'll be information on all of these groups and how you or your student can get involved.
Thank you, Ms. Quinn. Now we're going, that was the last announcement. Now we're gonna close the recording and answer any questions of the parents and students that are connecting with us this afternoon live. So with that, Ms. Quinn, could you please press the button that says stop the recording?